We'll start with a little quick review. I'll do the first one and you can do the second. Each table represents an exponential function of the form y equals a times b to the x. Complete the table and find the corresponding equation. So if I look at this first pattern, I need to find out what the multiplier is. If I can't multiply it in my head, I just work backwards and do division. So 3.96 divided by 1.2, which is 3.3. So now I know my multiplier, my rate of change is 3.3. And I know my starting point, my 0th spot is 1.2. So I write the equation. Y equals, start at 1.2. My multiplying rate is to multiply by 3.3 to the x. And I could check this answer if I did 1.2 times 3.3. Yes, I get 396. And if I multiply again times 3.3, I get 13.0. You can do the second one, problem B. Find the multiplier and write the y equals equation. The new skill is using a percent growth. Imagine you invest $1,000 into the credit union at 8% compounded interest that is compounded once a year. Explain how the money in the account is growing. That is, what is the multiplier? So the money in my account is going to be increasing by 8%. So to increase by 8%, we start at 100%. We gain 8% more, so that's 108%. And then to write that as a decimal as a multiplier, we just divide by 100. And we would get 1.08 as our multiplier. So if I wanted to build a table or an equation, I would know that I started with $1,000 and that if I multiply by 1.08, it will grow by 8%. And I'm going to get 1,080. And then to continue the pattern, I multiply again by 1.08. And the next year, there would be 1,166.40 cents. And if we multiply again by 1.08 and again by 1.08, we can get all the dollars year after year as the interest grows, or the money in the account grows. Part C. Write the equation for the amount of money in the account. So we know we have that y equals AB to the x. So the starting amount, $1,000, times the multiplier, 1.08. And we put x as the exponent to keep track of the number of years. Last question, how much money would you have in 20 years? So we take our equation, 1,000 times 1.08. And instead of doing to the x power, we do to the 20th power for 20 years. There is a graphing calculator app you can use, or you can use the website desmos.com to do an exponent of 20. So in my calculator, I'm doing 1.08 to the 20th power, and then multiplying that by the $1,000 that I started with. And so in 20 years, I end up with $4,660.96 in my account. So you'll try this last problem on your own. Dustin won, or starts with $125,000, and he's also going to gain interest of 6%. So you'll have to think about what multiplier will you use if the money is increasing by 6%. Write it as an equation, and then calculate how much there will be in 23 years.